So, how's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to our playthrough of a Fall from Heaven scenario for Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword called Fall of Cuantine. So this is the third episode, and as you might recall, if you'd been paying attention to the last episode, we are currently at war with Hannah the Iran, and the reason for this is because apparently this civilization is harboring, what do they call them? Those dreadwalkers. Gee, I can't think of the taint, I guess they're referring to them as. But yeah, they're these people that can walk on the water, but I forget the name exactly, and they follow the octopus overlords as a religion. So at the moment we're building up our siege force. As you might recall, Razir, the Oath Taker, has been gallivanting about, pillaging what he can, and hopefully helping to reduce the number of units I have to face when I actually get my siege army going. Oh, another worker. Well, we'll delete you right off the bat. Add another worker. Oh, how I wish I could actually go ahead and blitz attack. So one of the things you might notice, might be wondering about, why didn't I attack that second worker? Well, in Civilization, units can only attack one other unit per turn unless they have the Blitz promotion. So that's the reason, basically. Oh, we got our bears back to Bright Light Abbey. What is it? Brigitte's Light Abbey, yeah. So we can build the Dancing Bear now. It will give us a building that grants +1 happiness and +3 culture to that city. Not a bad option. And as you can see now, the city is going to grow more because we have the needed popularity to support additional population. And here is the Axeman. The Axeman is actually carrying the golden hammer, and I want to bring this back home and to give it to probably Razir. He's my strongest unit at the moment. And if I can get Blitz on him, that'll be pretty cool, because then I'll be able to attack multiple times per turn. Like I can assault a city with him. Pretty much exclusively, because usually when the units are really super overpowered like that, they generally don't take a whole lot of damage relative to what they're attacking. I'm not exactly sure what I should be building here. So there are a lot of different and new buildings in Fall from Heaven as a mod. You have the classic ones like the courthouse, but then you also have things like the Elder Council, which just gives you a little bit of extra research. You have Smokehouse, which is complementary to the granary. A lot of different things here, and I kind of forget. It's been a week or so since I was playing this. Did I want to specialize in archery in one of these cities? Let's try that once. Oh no, I was already specializing in archery in Brigitte's Light Abbey. Okay. So like, is there another? Maybe we could build the siege camp. Where is that thing? Right here, Siege Workshop, because I'm pretty sure I decided against building Siege Workshop in House Acher. Yeah, we don't, let me see here. Training Yard, no. Yeah, so I didn't build a Siege Workshop there, so having the Archery Guild here in this city, Brigitte's Light Abbey, and then a workshop in whatever this city is called, Corlindale. It's a mythical name, so you know it's going to be unpronounceable. Yeah, I completed the pack of Nilhorn. As you can see, this giant is facing away from us, but we do have giants now. So, let's get started on conquering some of the Iran's cities. So, now by default, the giants, what are they called? The hill giants. You'll notice their names are Larry, Curly, and the Mo, named after the Three Stooges, obviously. But they have this promotion for declare nationality because by default they're actually rogue units, which is pretty cool because you can, wow, those workers are dumb. The AI sometimes, but it's pretty cool because you can actually go ahead and cause sort of domestic terrorism to people that are on your borders. Like I could mess with the economy of my ally here, my teammate here, because these units at the moment, they have the hidden nationality promotion, which makes them look like barbarians to pretty much everybody else. Okay. Since those workers were dumb enough to get captured, I shall oblige. So as long as I keep this land stripped bare of any improvements, it's hopefully going to prevent too much economic progress for them, because they have more cities than me, obviously. Like, the great equalizer here is the fact that I have overpowered military units like Razier the Fallen, but even then, when you think about it, the Hand of the Iran, she built that Sabbathal guy. He's a barbarian savage kind of dude, but he's a hero as well. He can get the same kind of promotions that Razier the Fallen can. So what do we want to build next? Form of the Titan. New units receive +2 experience points in all cities. That's quite tempting, because as I've said before, experience in Fall from Heaven is very important, much more important than in normal games. But then we could build the Mage Guild, but I'm pretty sure magic does not play a big role in this scenario. So I think we're going to try for Form of the Titan once. Maybe I should just be building more units. Yeah, probably should do that instead. The problem is, like, what do I focus on? I'm researching ironworking at the moment. This will give us access. Oh wait, do we have iron? Let me turn the resources on again. Yes, we do have iron. That's important. We have copper and iron. Pretty sure we can automatically upgrade to iron weapons. So instead, maybe we're just building more axemen, because if an axeman, it has a base strength of 4. Then if you get iron weapons, the iron weapons promotion, that will increase their strength by 2. And 6 all of a sudden doesn't start to sound so bad. And then I believe the upgrade from ironworking, from like axeman, is actually the demagogue. And like this unit would be strength 7 with the right weapons if they had iron weapons. So what does it replace? It doesn't say it replaces anything. Maybe I should go back. Let's look at the axeman. Because I had the axeman very early on. Bronze working, yeah. So they can upgrade to a champion and a chariot. So maybe I can't upgrade them then. It's going to take so long to actually get iron working. I mean, that's in the distant future. So we're just going to be building some axemen right now instead. And just putting the rest of that on hold. I also would like to bring a couple of units along with Larry, Curly, and Mo. So I think a Confessor and maybe an Axeman. We have an Acolyte here. What is this unit for? It can spread... It can spread order. The religion of order. So I should actually send this unit to my new city up there by the copper. Yeah, so they're like missionaries in the regular version of Don't Starve Beyond the Sword. Except they actually have strength. They have like 4 total strength. 3 + 1 holy. So, yeah, we got a couple of axemen here. Let's go ahead and use one. Bring one along. Just to help diversify the stack a little bit that we're going to be using. And one of the reasons that you might want to consider declaring nationality, even if you're always at war, is if the enemy actually is actually playing on an easier difficulty level where they have bonuses against barbarians. So, like, otherwise it would be treated as a barbarian, and therefore you would, or they would enjoy a bonus against you. So, if you're at war with them already, you might as well use the declare nationality. Oh, this axeman actually has a great general attached to him. So, I guess we're just going to hop in here. 3 archers defending that city. Sounds pretty reasonable. I just need to get my hill giants promoted up a little bit. That's going to be the hardest part, obviously, at first, because they're going to take it's going to take a lot of time to heal them while we're getting some promotions for them by attacking. I'm not sure if we have a dancing bear in House Aker. So I'm taking the bear there first. Okay, we got another axeman, built another axeman, I should say. And these guys are still pretty slow. We do have the commando promotion, that's right. So if I remember not to pillage roads, that would be a good thing, because roads actually benefit me as much as they do my enemy. in this case. So, working on that stack a little bit. I should actually bring a worker over here and repair that road once I go ahead and capture Kingsport, because then I'll be able to use it once again. Oh, time to build our mine on top of the iron. So the siege party is coming up. Spread religion of order. And just keep these guys moving. They keep interrupting me every couple of turns because they notice enemies within their aggro radius or so. So I trained the axemen, yeah. Horsemen, I'm not sure they can use iron weapons, can they? So that makes them really weak. No, they can't. Oh wait, let's take a look at the promotions here. Because there's a promotion, no. They can't use the iron promote. Yeah, so like that's the thing about mounted units, they're so weak compared to a lot of the other stuff. Like I'll have axemen, they're the same strength at a base level, like 4 and 4, but then I'll give them iron weapons and all of a sudden they become 6 versus the horsemen. And the thing about the horsemen, they're good against archery units, but besides that, they're not really powerful against anything. And that's another interesting thing about it in Fall from Heaven 2. Since the promotions are so strong, I think I could get up to like 40% versus archery units in one promotion, potentially, on a regular unit. So it's not as powerful as it used to be, those sort of innate bonuses, because promotions are so crazy overpowered in this version, or in this mod. It's a mod. Oh, why are you guys so slow all of a sudden? It's like, is there a road there? It says there's a road there. So, like road to road. Maybe they can't use roads because they're barbarians? I'll declare the nationality. Yeah, okay, that's another thing. We don't have commando for these units, which kind of sucks. Of course, the catapult doesn't either. It'll be interesting to see if my siege unit... I don't think siege units can get commando. I pointed this out when I was playing it the other day, that all of my units get the commando promotion, or at least all the units that I was building. But I'm not sure if certain unit classes are exempt from that. They certainly could be. Oh, the lizard men here. Let's just defend that scout. What are the odds with Razier the Fallen? Like 88.1%. Those archers are pretty powerful, believe it or not. Like 5 strength. So I'm just going to wait until the siege party gets there. And then we'll start taking the walls down. Or the defenses. So I constructed that archery range, and I wanted to build an archer. Or start working on building an archer. 3 turns, my goodness. These units, these siege units are going to be the death of me, aren't they? I think we're going to build a lumber mill here. We really don't need House Ocker to grow anymore. Well, maybe we do. No, we have plenty of area that we could build farms on. And actually, House Ocker has the Dancing Bear building already built in it, so we're going to move our Dancing Bear over to my 3rd city. Ooh, this farm here actually needs a road to connect the resource to my trade network. And we have more axemen. I think the axemen, building these axemen are going to be a good thing because just having the power in numbers, basically, is going to help. Like, I can walk in there and I'll have a whole bunch of them. So it makes them harder to concentrate on just one. Okay. We can't get Blitz yet. Why not? See, does he have... No, of course he doesn't have Blitz. So Razier... Oh, he's Razier the Oath Taker. The Fallen is the version of him that you get from Corruption of Spirit. See? Razier the Fallen. I have Razier the Oath Taker. There's some subtle difference between the two of them, but I doubt it's all that significant. But I was looking at like they're heroes. These things are heroes. So if we look at the Civilpedia for heroes, they just have Razier the Fallen. He's the only option in here, but I'm just curious to see if he can get the Commando promotion. Because I thought he could. Not the Commando promotion, the Blitz promotion. Right there's the Blitz promotion. It requires Drill 4. So I think that should probably be our next course of upgrades. I am tempted though just to promote him for hero strength. But at the same time, promoting these units for extra first strikes means that they have an additional opportunity to deal damage without receiving damage. So let's do that instead. We'll get one additional first strike. And that moved our odds up to 89.4%. Just out of curiosity, are the walls factoring in here? Yeah, 65% defensive bonus from the tile itself. So that would be the walls contributing to that. As you'll notice, the number is identical. Trained at Axeman, yeah, we're good. We're just going to be building Axeman for a bit here. Yeah, because the thing is, she's building Axeman all the time as well. Or whatever the unit is of the flavor of the day. It's not like my enemies are going to stop building just because I don't build, you know? So, let's see what's going on over here. A zealot is approaching the city. I'm not exactly sure why. All of her cities have octopus overlords. Oh, except for the capital, which actually doesn't. So the zealot might be headed in that direction. Okay, let's bless this unit stack once and see what we get. Yeah, okay. So now the Axeman is 7 strength because he has the +1 Holy Combat promotion. And the great thing about the Holy Combat promotion is it increases, well, I should say the limiting factor is what I meant to say, but the limiting factor is it wears off after you go ahead and attack. So it lasts for 1 attack and then it's pretty much over with. Okay, we killed a zealot. We took a little bit of damage for it as well. Let's get back over here. And my goodness, it is taking a long time to get those units out from that area up north. Longer than I'd like. Another Axeman. Hannah has completed Huron Throne. Okay, what is the Huron Throne? Out of curiosity, I don't remember this. It apparently is a wonder. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Here we go. Plus 25%. Okay, it's a local building, I think. It increases the production of water tiles by 1 hammer. And it also gives them the city 25% additional defense, which is kind of sucky for me because I have to bombard all of that down. But it's the equivalent of the Moe statues from the regular version of Beyond the Sword for Civilization 4. Because that wonder also provided additional production for water tiles of the city it was built in. So I'm just looking here. What I actually should build a winery. I don't have one on this wine resource. And then my city can work that tile. Okay, another Axeman. I did research Rangers because they have a strength of 7. So if you look at it, like my Hunters, they'll have a strength of 6. My Ranger, if I built one, it would have a strength of 7. The downside here is that they cost significantly more. It's like almost 66% more. And in addition to this, they're not good at attacking cities. They have a minus 20% city attack, which would be negated with 1 combat promotion, but it's still 1 combat promotion I'm missing out on. Offering corn. Sounds like a deal. So if you don't recall, that guy is sort of my partner here. I believe he's my brother in the story's lore. But in this episode, he's actually partnered with me. We do research together and stuff like that. I wonder if I can tell him to attack Kingsport. Or I could tell him to attack Dunwich. That would probably be more productive. So let's discuss something else. Why don't you attack? We want Dunwich. We'll do our best. Well, I really can't ask for more than that, can I? Okay, let's start bombarding. Start taking these defenses down. It's taken us long enough to get into this position already. Down to 23%. Bless these units, and odds are pretty good. So I'm going to attack. We're down to 2 archers and horsemen defending that city yet. So it should be over with relatively quickly. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, it would help if Razier the Fallen actually had the Blitz promotion, so I could attack multiple times per turn. And Hannah has completed the Great Library. I'm pretty sure the Great Library in this scenario is very similar to the Great Library in Beyond the Sword, but we're going to take a look at it anyway, just in case there is some special ability that I need to be aware of when I'm facing her unit. So the Great Library, there it is. +1 from sages in all cities. Sages basically replace the scientists. And the city also gets 1 free sage, and it's just a bunch of cultures. So, nope. Not a military threat overall. Down to 13. Down to 2%. I wonder what... the odds are going to suck. Yeah, 24% odds of attacking with these units, with the giants. So we're not going to do that. Another great promotion to get for Razier is the heal while moving. Now I'm pretty sure I actually need the medic promotion to actually get to the heal while moving, but I could be wrong about that. So we're going to look at your promotions, and I'm interested in March. So March allows you to heal while moving, and it heals an additional 10% damage per turn. No, I actually should have access to this. It says it requires combat 3. I'm pretty sure I have more than combat 3. I have combat 5 at the moment. So maybe that will be our next promotion. I'm not exactly sure how I managed to overlook it. But our odds are not quite as good as before. How many? 1 turn to heal. Let's go ahead and heal him up. It's not worth losing the scenario over because... What? I built a hunter in here? I thought I built an axeman. Oh my goodness, that was dumb of me. I guess we'll just fortify him there. And build that dancing bear. Built a hunter. What am I thinking of? I meant to build an axeman. Yeah, but Razier, the Oathtaker, cannot die. So it's important that I get his odds as decent as possible. There we go. Wow, he really took a hit for that. Holy smokes. 2 turns to heal. I'm just going to run him back here to my borders. Maybe we'll have better healing rates. Now it's 3 turns? What on earth? That is really weird. Why is he healing slower in friendly territory? Immune to diseased... Immune to... Oh. Because the Confessor is no longer with him. That's why. So the Confessor was one of the things that was actually helping him here. So let's run that dude over there again. Next turn, he will be on the same tile, so Razier will get the benefit from that double medic promotion. Unit upgraded to bronze. Just fortify there. Yeah, it's still 2 turns. It's going to be 2 turns no matter where I go. Unless maybe I go into the city itself, but then it'll take a turn to walk there, and it's like, at that point you're losing more time than what you're saving by going into the city for the increased heal rates. So, not gonna do that. Not going to do that. Ooh, we have a boarding party here. That looks a little strong. So I think we're going to take refuge in this fort. No, I was going to take refuge in the forest, but I can't do that. Oh well, I hope it doesn't get massacred while I'm gone. When I say when I'm gone, I'm talking about being gone with Razier the Fallen. I probably should build another city. Now that I think about it, like I could have a nice city right here. Is that fresh water? Yeah. So this is a fresh body of water, so I might want to expand there. Just build another city. instead of building another axeman, let's build another settler. And I'm going to reduce the research rate a little bit so we're not losing money quite as fast. 2 boarding parties. Oh, they're weaker than I am. They have 25% strength. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, they just went ahead and fortified the city. He's going to give me some pig resources. And is Razir the Oath Taker? No, he's still healing. Still healing. We're just going to start moving towards the city anyway. Should not have left to begin with. I didn't realize the heal rates would be the same, if not worse. It's a different sort of dynamic. And how you think about the game. How you strategize. Ooh, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Yeah, so he reinforced that city quite nicely. I can't attack it with anything at the moment, I don't think, and win. Not 95% odds. It's decent. Okay, we'll do that then. See, I don't want to be too cautious. That's the danger here. Okay, split up. Yeah, okay, well, that's the thing. 96% odds. I'm not going to risk it. Remember, we lose the scenario. If he dies, the scenario is over, and I would like to refrain from cheesing it if possible. So, you know, by reloading is what I mean. So I guess we're not going to do that. Oh, this is the unit that I have that can turn into a barbarian at will, apparently. So probably don't want him as part of my main vanguard. Do we have iron weapons now? This unit has bronze. See, we should have iron weapons. Why don't we have iron? I'm not sure here. If we take a look at bronze working, smelt. Okay, that reveals iron. When can we get the iron working promotion? So here's iron. Enables iron working. Okay, let's see here. Promotions. I'm just wondering how we get the iron working promotion. Resources improvements to the promotions. So this is one of those promotions you get automatically if you have iron connected to your trade network. But I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's just called iron weapons. In which case I should be looking at I. Apparently not. Oh my goodness, I'm going to waste so much time looking for this. I just wish they had search. Like a search bar in this thing. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's under spells and abilities. I'm looking. I'm not seeing it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because they're like a whole bunch of different categories for stuff. You have spells and abilities and promotions. It should be here, but I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Because the bronze ones, okay, the bronze ones look like this. It says promote unit bronze weapons. Let's see if we can find bronze weapons here. So A, B, there's barrage, blitz, and I'm not seeing bronze. So they put it in some funky place. Apparently I do need this. Oh, we just finished the technology for it. Okay, let's wait a turn. See if we get it next turn. Because apparently we just finished the technology. Did we just finish the technology? No, we didn't. Okay. Iron working. We will see if they upgrade after iron working has completed researching. You're kidding me. You're going to send that? Hannah has now created another hero. Guybrush Threepwood. So those are heroes much in the same capacity that Razir the Oath Taker is a hero. Which means not good for me. It's not good that she has that many heroes, basically. So we can get the heal while moving promotion for our axeman here. Which is tempting. I do like that promotion. But we're going to promote for strength instead. 93.7. What is Razier's odds? Still 96, of course. Maybe he'll have better odds against the boarding party. 99.7. Yeah, so 2 more units to go. Boarding party. What are the odds? Like, if I use my Confessor against it, 78%. If I use my Giants against it, 73%. Those are not good odds. Like I said, getting the Giants to upgrade, getting them experience is the hardest part because they start off pretty weak compared to a lot of your other units. The most powerful civilizations, of course, I am the lowest ranked on that one. But we are focusing on quality over quantity. Hopefully that pays off for us. So here's the interesting thing, right? I wanted to promote for heal while moving. Apparently, mounted units can't get that promotion, which is a shame. So I guess we're just going to do additional first strikes instead. 99.8. And that leaves a horseman. Maybe these giants actually have some decent odds. 98.5% against the horseman. Can't really expect better than that, so let's try that. Okay. Captured the city. Let's see what's in it. You have Temple of the Overlords and archery range. Oh, yeah, let's keep it. I really don't think I have anything to lose from keeping it. Well, obviously the maintenance costs could be an issue. But aside from that, it'll help improve our lines here so we can just keep our units moving along quite speedy. And what exactly does this city need to grow? It's focusing on production. Maybe that's what's doing it. Nope. Yeah, it's not growing. I would think it would grow. Oh, because of the settler. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. So let's rebuild that road that I tore down. And then we'll move on to the next city. So 32 minutes in, we're looking pretty good. Finally seeing some progress. Probably want to build a cultured... Well, let's build walls in here. The city is on the front lines at the moment. Ooh. It says, soldiers from our victorious axemen have rallied behind their combat heroes. Not exactly sure what that means, but their strength and resolve have firmed. Their proficiency has increased, and they get 3 experience. Oh my goodness, look at all these units. Okay, so here's the hero, Severus Snape. Yeah, just swordsman so far. Apparently she hasn't built on... Oh, now that's the reason. She hasn't built on the copper yet. And of course she can't get the iron because she doesn't have the research for it. She doesn't have iron working, so she can't get the iron weapons. I'm imagining that's the deal. But I can't say for sure. Well, let's take a peek. See what's over here. How much further can I go? Can 2 more space? Okay, we'll take a peek next turn. Actually, what I should do... Where's that ranger guy? He hasn't been destroyed yet, funnily enough. So we're going to actually do some recon here. Stop auto-cycling my units. What's in that city? We have a boarding party, a hunter, a gorilla, an archer, and another archer. So overall, not too bad. And of course, she doesn't have the... she doesn't have a mine built on top of that copper resource, so that's why her units are not promoting for that unit, for that promotion. Promoting for that promotion sounds really bad, but they're not getting the iron weapons promotion, is what I mean. Okay, so here is the Mobility 1 promotion. I think I should promote for that because that's going to be more important to me than simply having a stronger giant. And then all these axemen will come in and defend Kingsport, hopefully. Holy smokes. I'm surprised they haven't killed my hunter, to be honest, because it's like he could easily be overwhelmed by the Severus guy. So I thought I asked my great buddy here, Sabathiel, to help me attack this city. He has sent 1 unit, an axeman. Out of all these units, that's all he could send to help me, huh? Look at all these axemen. He has so many of them, and he can only send one, maybe two. There's one right over there that's headed over here, but that's disappointing. Yeah, so these units, they want to hit the hills because the giants are just so slow. So we're going to split up. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I guess it's going to take 3 turns. 3 turns. We don't want to attack across the river. So we're going to go to the hill adjacent to the one with the copper on it. That's where we're going to be launching our siege from. So I think a city right here would do nicely. No, actually, if we could capture the silk. Apparently not. Apparently the silk is going to be... Well, I could build here, but the problem is then I don't get any fresh water. But I would be able to capture 3 resources. I'd be able to capture the fur, the wheat, of course, and then the silk. I'm not sure I have any... No, I don't have any silk, so I should build a plantation on there. And I don't have any fur either, so capturing both of those resources would be beneficial. I do have wheat, though. Although, yeah, okay, right there it is. I was going to say it might be traded. That reminds me, I should build the road on top of the corn over there so that way I don't have to rely on my ally for my corn supply. Let's do some more scouting with this bird. What does it look like over here? Oh, that's quite a few. It's quite a few swordsmen, isn't it? Yep. We need to put a dent in her forces as quickly as possible. Right there, 2 heroes, one after another. Guybrush Threepwood and Severus. Both of these are heroes, and they'll continue to get promotions. As you can see, Severus already has 100% strength, so he's going to be difficult to kill already. Maybe I want to actually hold off on assaulting the city until I get more units over here, because I'm doubting whether or not Razi will be able to take him out. Like, I might have to use collateral damage to get rid of him to do enough damage. So that's why the catapults will come in useful. Oh, here's the great spider. And we can finally build the spider pan, which will give us 1 silk. What kind of... Okay, now we do have 1 silk, and we don't have to build a plantation there anyway. But it will increase the happiness of this city, so we can build additional thingamajigs. Not build. We can get more population. We can grow our city. Yes, I think we just need a whole bunch more axemen. And that's what we're going to be trying to do. I really do need more. Even the amount I have is not sufficient. Here's an axeman. I also I had that one unique promotion attached. Oh, we wanted to build our wolf pen. There we go. And I guess the next archer probably should go in this city. Overall, on this side, I'm pretty secure minus this barbarian city, so I think it's worth keeping a couple of axemen around just in case. But other than that, a couple archers in each city is not under kill. Okay, what's going on over here? Severus, where are you? I should take out Guybrush. If I can get him alone, I should really try to take him out before he gets additional strength. Like, he has plus 40% strength already, and that's only going to increase. But at the moment, he's in the forest, so that's not going to do it for me. Heroes of the Sword. That's the name of this axeman. Apparently has another promotion. Why is it getting promotions? Promote Enchanted Blade. I'm just wondering why it has so many promotions. Actually, Razier should take the healing salve. I'd rather have him carrying it around. He's more important after all. And I should also lead. Can Razier take the Great Leader? Apparently not. Can he not be led? Because I can remove this guy from my stack, this Great General, but... Apparently, okay, maybe Razier can only cast 1 spell a turn. That might be the problem I'm experiencing here. Let's promote for mobility. I think having speed is important here. And holy up. Where is Severus, by the way? Right there he is. Yeah, need to put more pressure on this city. And let's get this worker to build a road over by the corn. And we're building another city there. Down to minus 13 to turn. Maybe we should actually take a look at building some courthouses now. And then we also need to get an archer to defend the city. So what should we build here? Probably a training yard is the smartest. We can start really cranking out some axemen then. Have like 2 cities producing them. And turn that research rate down a little bit. And a great engineer has been born to Hannah. Of course, in her capital. Nothing too unexpected there. Right there is Severus. What, on the open field, what are my odds against him? 70%. Of course, I'm damaged. But even then, 70% odds are not that good. Like if I hit him and then ran, that would be a good thing. I would be able to do it where he currently is. I would have enough movement to then get out if I hit him. But it's like 77% chance of me not dying. I think we should just heal a turn, maybe. Because obviously, if I get 70% odds, he's going to have like 30% odds against me if he decides to attack. So I'm hoping that will deter him from doing so, because his odds won't be that great. Okay. Promoting axemen, probably just combat. It makes the most sense. Mobility would be a close second, but unless I promote all of them for mobility, I just really can't justify doing that. So there we go. Yeah, apparently those giants do not respect roads. So no, I don't know. When I saw them moving, they weren't using the roads at all. No, they were. Wait, they were. Huh. Really can't. They're just so slow. They seem so slow. Okay. We got our first archer. Let's get him over there to the recently built city. And this worker, as soon as the resistance in Kingsport is done, we can start rebuilding some of these resources. So I don't have any cows, and I don't have any gems, so those would both be useful. But let's rebuild the farm first. Okay, here's the unit with the hammer. I wanted to give this hammer to my, what is his name? Razier the Fallen, not the Fallen. Razier the Oath Taker. So we're going to have the hunter tag along with the mythical hammer. Wait, that was the wrong unit. It's actually the axeman who has the mythical hammer. Okay, go back there. And we'll bring the axemen along. Build more axemen, build more archers. Done and done. Hannah has completed Form of the Titan. That sucks for me because it means additional free experience for her. She really is just cranking out the wonders in this city. Wow. Like it's nobody's business. So, where is our good buddy Severus? He's not in the city. Where is he? There's Guybrush. What happened to Severus? Did he run off somewhere else? He must have ran down south. He's not here at all. Now is the time to take out Guybrush, though. Seriously. Oh, wait. Right there's Severus. He killed another unit. Huh. Then that would be a good time to take out Severus. He has more experience at the moment. But I would have to take out 2 units here. What is the deal? I could take out a swordsman. But then to take out this other swordsman, the odds are not so good. 69. Like, I don't want to lose my Confessor. The Confessor is a good unit to have. I just need more axemen over here. Or I need Blitz for Razier. But I really want to take out Severus. Now is the time. I guess I'm just going to have to sacrifice the giant on this. Or I could sacrifice my catapult. 82%, really. Wow, look at that. Catapult did its job. And did absolutely no damage. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That was not valuable. 69%. Well, he died. But we're going to get Severus now. So there you go. It was worth it, believe me. it was worth it. Getting rid of that hero, he was just going to be a pain in my side. And now the next one that's lined up in my sights is Guybrush. So I think it was worth sacrificing a giant for that. And I would probably do it again. Getting rid of that hero is a pretty big deal to me. Okay, all these axemen move into enemy territory. And our first catapult. So apparently catapults don't... What? They don't... I don't understand. They can't kill anything. And they can't damage whatever they attacked. Which is really odd. Like, even in Beyond the Sword, while catapults and artillery, like siege units, while siege units cannot kill, they can still damage the unit they attacked to a certain point. And now Guybrush is standing there. Unfortunately, that's a very well-defended position, so maybe I'm not going to attack him. Let's see what we got with Razier here. 83% odds. I could give him Razier attack, or what is it called? Heroic Strength 2, which would increase his attack strength by 1. But I kind of wanted to get Blitz as quickly as possible. I don't know here. Okay, I'm going to promote for attack strength 1. So now he's 11 of 9. We have 92% odds. Should we do it? Yes. Yes, we will. So there. That was quite productive. Got 2 very strong units out. And we're bringing our axemen in. That was my concern, was how was I going to deal with so many other heroes, because they don't have, like even my hero, they don't have to fight to gain a ton of experience and be very powerful against any other unit on the map besides other heroes. So I was a little bit concerned about facing up against that, considering I don't have a military advantage. Okay, we finished the building the road on the corn farm. Now let's build the road on our second wheat farm there. Is Kingsport generating any culture? Yes, indeed it is. From the Temple of the Overlords, believe it or not, which is not my religion. We might want to build like an acolyte for our religion and spread it over there, but I'm not sure what I need to build to do it. I think it's the Temple of the Order. Should we build that? I think we're going to build the Temple of the Order and spread a religion over there. Or is that just wasted time? I could have built 2 axemen in the same amount of time, but I think I have enough axemen here for now. So I guess we're going to go with that. Okay, Razier, you pick up the axe. Like that. Wait, who picked it up? I'm not sure the right person picked it up. Holy smokes, Razier almost did get killed. He's down to 0.5 strength. That is bad. Okay, but he's ready for another promotion. So let's give him 2 additional first strike chances. Now he's up to 6.5, and he will be healed in 2 turns. 6.2 strength. Still not very hot. Okay. It would be nice if we could actually move in 1 tile closer to the city. If he gets those boarding members out of there, then I will do that, because the thing is I would like to be able to go ahead and start bombarding the defenses down. And wow, none of the resources are in the immediate vicinity of this city's borders. So just skip a turn there. Next turn, those borders will have expanded, and then we'll be hunky-dory. And these additional axemen can fortify. So there you go. Let's build that farm. The borders of this city have expanded. And the borders of Kingsport, which is a nice name because I can pronounce it. I can pronounce Kingsport. I have difficulty with names like this city, Corlindale. The worst part is, like, even if I zoom in, the text doesn't really get any bigger. It's about the same size text, no matter how close you get to it. So the text size is hard for me to read on my monitor. I'm not sure if it's just me, but like I have to stick my face right up against it to see that text really clearly. Maybe I just have bad eyesight. It's it's been a few years since I got my eyes checked, so that could be the thing. You never know. Like, don't blame one thing when it could be another. Got a few boarding parties coming from the east, I guess. That'd be the north, from the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 boarding parties, a hunter and a swordsman. Hannah adopts the caste system. Oh, how did Razier heal so fast? I thought it was going to take me 2 turns. Apparently not. Okay. Well, let's get within sight of Dunwich, then. And my catapult fully healed too. There's got to be something at play here. All of a sudden, all of these units healed. Does the Confessor have anything to do with this? Heals damage an extra 25%. No. No, there's something odd going on. I thought Razier was going to take 2 turns to heal. Now he's healed in 1 turn. I've never seen that happen before. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, because I've played through, I'd say, about half of these scenarios overall. And all of our units are upgraded to iron. So that was the problem. The reason I wasn't getting Axemen upgraded to iron was because I didn't have the right research at the time. But yeah, if you take a look at it, our Axemen now, 7 strength, which is pretty strong overall. Like, these boarding party members are 5 strength. So as long as we can keep Hannah away from the iron, that's very important. As long as we can keep Hannah away from the iron, and she doesn't get these super strong units either. Okay, our current mission is to raise the Octopus Overlord's Holy City, so we don't necessarily have to go down here. We could just hit this area up here, but the danger then is that she gets the iron. That is, of course, after we finish with Dunwich. Right now, we probably should be focusing on Dunwich. Don't want to get ahead of myself here. So, 98.1% odds. Those archers are very strong when defending cities. I guess that's one thing I would say they did right in Fall from Heaven 2, is that defensive units are actually very defensive. And so you can sort of play a defensive game. You don't have to always be on the offensive to win, necessarily. I think that was nicely balanced. 5 strength. Why are these guys so weak? They have bronze weapons. So what exactly does this unit over here have that makes them 7 strength? Because, like, 2 strength... I don't know. Oh, they have the Holy Combat promotion. Okay. That's what happened here. I need to cast Holy once. And now my Axemen are better spec'd out, I guess. Should I save it for next turn? The problem is I'm afraid of getting bogged down here a bit too much. Like, he'll bring this next boarding party in. I could cause some collateral damage with the catapult. Let's see what happens with that. I'll wait 1 turn on this. And let's build that. We need a plantation on top of that silk resource. So the question is, what do we research next? Couldn't say. We could get an assassin. Assassins are pretty cool because they can target the weakest unit in an enemy stack rather than going for the strongest. So we're gonna try that. I wanted to get an acolyte of some sort. Or I can build champions now instead of axemen. They would be strength 8 with the bronze or the iron weapons. Here's the acolyte. That's what I wanted to build, though. So, yeah, more archers. I've been playing Blitzkrieg 3 and looking forward to doing a first impressions on it pretty soon. Just need to get a little bit more experience on the game itself, but it looks pretty promising so far. Okay. That's what you have. The boarding party actually went ahead and jumped in the city. I think I'll bring the defenses down to nothing. Let's see what this catapult can do. Did collateral damage of 5 units, and apparently this time it actually damaged the boarding party member I attacked. You can see his strength is down to 1.3. So it's really baffling. Maybe maybe swordsmen don't take damage from siege units. I don't think that's the case. Like, if we look at units and we look at swords, SW, here's swordsman. It's a unique unit for a lot of different civilizations. It replaces the axeman. And the axeman, no, it doesn't say anything about being immune. Or starting with the promotion that makes them immune to those kind of units. The siege class. Okay, you done good. This axeman is out of the counting right now. We're just going to use some of these other axemen. 96% is a pretty decent rate. And actually I should have attacked... Yeah, I mean, look at that. Even attacking a hunter, which is damaged, the odds for a Larry, the hill giant, is still only like 74%. So, like I've said before, the promotions are really important in this game. They make all of the difference, ultimately. 99.5 against a gorilla? Yeah, there's a gorilla defending. Okay, let's get you some more experience, Larry. You'll have enough for another promotion. I do wish I'd managed to get Curly, though, to attack as well. Maybe I shouldn't have reduced the defenses like that. So now the question is, do we just go ahead and leave the city and hope he brings more units in? I say no. Let's go ahead and capture it. Now, there should be a wonder in here. Yeah, the Huron throne. So, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep these cities. Down to minus 18 a turn. I might want to soon think about switching civics. Because at the moment, we have plus 10 maintenance costs from distance to palace. We're actually getting charged more when we have cities that are so far away. And we got our unit upgraded to iron weapons. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you only have to be inside a city, apparently. It doesn't even have to have a forge. Just as long as that's connected to your trade network, you'll upgrade to the most current version of weapons or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I personally would have required a forge. Like, if I was doing the mod, I think you should have a forge in the city before your unit would get upgraded. But that's just me. That's just me. What should I build in here? Let's build the walls again. It probably has enough culture on its own. Yeah, it has a monument, so it'll naturally expand its borders. And I think that's about it for this episode. So we have struck a considerable blow against Hannah. Took down 2 of the probable 4. We're going to at least need to take 4 cities. I'm thinking maybe we're just going to focus on this area next, because ultimately we don't need to take the city down here. If we manage to take out the holy city of Paradera, then we kind of win. Or at least we win this next achievement. So that would bring an end to this scenario. So maybe in one more episode, I think we actually might be done with the first chapter of the second campaign in the Fall from Heaven scenarios for Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. It's a whole bunch of technicalities, isn't it? But it's kind of necessary to know all of that. There's an additional barbarian city that's recently popped up. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.